The last time
Hot sauce, barbecue.
there was this town. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, Aspen, Tennessee.
Aspen,
Aspen,
Aspen, Tennessee.
Aspen, Tennessee. So after World War II, Aspen, Tennessee had been taken over by a lot of people who were draft dodgers, or people who they wanted to be in places of power, but they didn't want to go overseas and you know, defend the country. So they got into these cushy jobs, and sometimes it was like the local mayor, the local congressman, the sheriff, and it ended up being a problem because this little spot in Aspen, Tennessee, they were abusing the locals by taxing the shit out of them, and then like hitting a lot with tickets and all these other charges, throwing them in jail. It showed like a huge spike in arrests under them, and it was because it was meant to drive revenue, and the locals hated this guy. They tried to vote him out. Well, the first time they tried to vote him out, he was the one counting the votes, and so he's like, "We won, go home." So they were pissed. They waited like 2 years or so much to do it again, and this time they had everybody in the county that was going to vote for the sheriff, as well as like trying to replace their Democratic representative. They were like, "We're going to vote these people out," and they counted everybody before, because it was a small town. They counted everybody, and they had blacks and whites. They had already crossed. We already kind of had crossed the Rubicon as far as like we're not as racist anymore because we went overseas and fought alongside you. We spilled blood with you.
Yeah.
So they came back. Aspen was notoriously racist, okay, back in the day, and so even after World War II. So what had happened was this black gentleman was going to go. He was going to go vote at a mixed location because they had whites only, blacks only, and then mixed locations. Mixed locations, you could vote. Either one could vote. Well, who was manning it? One of the sheriff's deputies. So, as he goes to vote, the deputy tries to scare him off. It's like, "This ain't for you, boy." And he's like, "I'm going to here to exercise my right." And he walks around him, and the piece of shit uses a blackjack. I don't know you know what those are, but he knocks him out. He basically wallops the shit out of him, hits him in the back of the head. Could almost kill him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knocks him down. The guy doesn't get knocked out entirely. He starts to try to get up and he shoots him. Okay? This is at a polling place, all right? At that point, society had a fucking enough. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have TV.